Hey, Nathan here. So, with me, I've got something called a PikaBoy 2. It's just a really cheap, Chinese clone console. I think it's really funny, and I just want to show it off to you guys. I got it at like a local game store for like 20 bucks, and I don't think they even tested it. But it works, and I just want to show it off. So, coming around the other side here, first I'll just show you off the box. PikaBoy 2 to have a good time for family. I love the crappy translation. Another thing that took a little bit to notice, but it's like this, the slogan and the logo are two separate things, and they like put the PikaBoy logo over top the T and the I here and just cut it off just a little bit, which is just freaking hilarious. Uh, okay. We know those are okay. That's good. And of course, we've got our mascot here, Mr. Non-copyrightable Pikachu. He's clearly playing the console, having a good time for family. Um, there's just the front, just has this crazy barcode. Same with the back here, or the other side. One other thing though, so you notice the front just has the two controllers and Pikachu and the console logos and stuff. And the back looks pretty similar. However, it also includes a gun. So I'm glad we know there's a gun. And it also has this label here. Yeah, and it's actually not a sticker. That's printed onto the box, which is just interesting. But yeah, we've got our gun here, and also the word on it. It says Prima, but it's like printed backwards. So that's also just really janky, which cracks me up. Okay, flipping it back over here. Now we're going to open it up, and we've got a nice, neatly packaged console here. Console, two controllers, actually the cords and a gun, which is good, and we've got some instructions. I'll show you those here in a second. The console, PikaBoy 2 printed on it. Just looks like an original, like a PlayStation. It even has the code PS1000, which is a great sign that it's just like a PlayStation. This one has a little bit of a rattle to it, but doesn't seem to affect the playability. The controllers here, they are pretty much just PlayStation 1 controllers. They say PikaBoy on them. Sneaky there. One thing that's interesting is it also comes with this hookup here. It's one of these really old, like, antenna fork connectors. But from the little I found online, came out in 2001. It had to have at least been after the PlayStation. So I feel like these were pretty obsolete by then, but maybe they're more prevalent in China or wherever this was marketed for. But yeah, just thought it was cool. It comes with a little switch box. And we've also got our nice zapper here. It just looks like a gun. It's a real gun. Actually, at least it has an orange tip, though. So you know it's fake. Has a nice click to it. Pretty interesting. So now I'm going to get it hooked up and show you. Alright, and I apologize for the terrible videography here, but I don't have any capture cards that can capture an actual TV, so what we're going to do for now is just throw it on the Commodore monitor, turn the kitchen light off, and get it going. So I'll turn it on here, and oh, there we go. And there is 100,001 games. There are 100 grand video games on this, apparently. Which is kind of interesting. We just keep going. You know, so far so good. Up to 60, 80. Then we get to 81, and it's just called Aladdin CBJ, Soccer ECK. You'll notice all the games just start to get random 3 gibberish letters added after them. And it goes like this all the way to 100,000. If I reset it here and go up, there's actually 100,000 copies of the same 80 games on here, which is ridiculous. Another thing though, we'll notice. So we got some normal games here. You know, Super Mario. Then we have a game called High Jump, and then we have hurdles and 100-meter dash, javelin throw, all of those in a row. So then we go click on one though, triple jump for example. It opens up track and field, and then we hit start, and it's specifically the triple jump minigame from track and field. And if you reset it, it's the same for hurdles, 100-meter dash, javelin throw. It's all just different games from track and field. So it's already less than 80 now because it's just the same game over and over, but different parts of those games. The same thing happens. There's Super Mario, and at some point there's Mario Adventure. There's a couple other Marios, and all it does is it starts you on different worlds in Mario. However, you're gonna see something funnier. It's Mario 2, actually. This will just be World 1-1. But then you click on it, and unless I'm mistaken, this is just World 1-1 for Mario 1, right? So now I'm really confused why it says 2 on it. I don't know. Yeah, very weird stuff here. One more game I gotta show you quick is Pocket Silver, of course, because it's a Pokemon console, right? It's got to have some Pokemon games on it. So the very first one, Pocket Silver, I guess it's intending to be like Pocket Monsters Silver, you know? So you would think, even though that's a Game Boy game, maybe they ported it onto this to play. You open it up though, and you got our signature Pikachu Pocket Monster. And you hit start, we've got Vilbit. And now I don't know what game this is, if it's a ROM hack of another game or what this is. And now we're just in a platformer where we're Pikachu, so I don't know what this is. And also, I'm already dead. Yeah, very pretty funny. It's kind of just ridiculous. Oh, and I died there. So that's pretty much all that's on here. But I have a couple more things to show you quick. Okay, and coming back over here, turning the lights back on. Another thing we gotta test. The gun. We gotta see if that zapper works. So I've plugged it in here. And we're gonna go to Duck Hunt. And this is the main reason I'm using this TV, since it comes with the zapper. And to my surprise, the zapper actually works. Pretty insane. I don't know. I love that it just resembles just a handgun. It cracks me up. So, coming back to this, it is a PlayStation after all, and there's a big open button that actually feels like it moves, and you click it though, I can click it how hard I want. This doesn't open, but it still looks like it should. And so after I was kind of playing around with it, I was like, there's got to be something in here. Does this read games or what? And so I kind of just held the open button, flipped it over, and behold, the tray opens. And inside is a pin connector, and that looks so cursed. But after going around and grabbing a bunch of different cartridges, it turns out it actually is for Famicom games. So I just got a random Famicom game here. And it goes in real tight, real nice and tight. But we're gonna plug it back in and show you this. So yeah, we got this freaking setup here. Turn it on, and it actually works. It plays the Famicom games, which is incredible. So really, for $20, a working Famicom console, not bad. I'm playing with one hand right now, so I'm not gonna be able to play it. But just the fact that it reads Famicom games blows me away. Look at that. That's ridiculous. How cool is that? I don't know. This is pretty wild to me right here. Oh, and I suck. But just showing off a couple more things. I would want to talk about this controller. It's pretty much just an original PlayStation controller. It feels about 1/8 of a pound. It is one of the lightest controllers I've ever held. But it's really not too uncomfortable to hold. Feels good like a PS1. The buttons are actually nice and clicky, kind of responsive. It cracks me up that they have all these buttons on here when it only has NES games and or Famicom games. So really you need these buttons, start select, and 2 of these. So why they went with a PS1 with like the 4 shoulder buttons and 2 more buttons here, I couldn't tell you. I don't know. But I guess you could use this for other things because it has just like this standard 9-pin connector. So theoretically you could use Sega Genesis controllers on this or these on other consoles. I don't know. I actually haven't messed with that, but that's just kind of funny to me there. And one other thing I said I was going to talk about was the manual. So it starts off, just shows the console, you know, the laser gun, which is still just like a real handgun, but pretty impressive little diagram here. Let's read the instructions on how to use it. Step 1 is plug your controller pad into controller port 1 on the console. For 2 players, plug a second control pad, which it specifically says sold separately. However, the box, even in the box, there's room for both of them, and it comes with 2 controllers, so that's a little puzzling. Then we have to turn the power off. So I guess when you plug your controller in, it turns the power on. I don't know. If when you're using a cartridge, insert it with the label facing forward, press it fully into the slot, turn the power on. Yeah, if all connections have been properly made, the logo will appear, followed by the title screen, and in some cases, a demonstration of the game. So sometimes the game works, just depending on what game. But yeah, I do appreciate, though, at least they had a small note that says never attempt to remove a cartridge from the console while it's powered on. So at least they had the decency to say that. Alright, so I think that's all I have to show about this. Like I said, I don't really know much about it. If you do, feel free to comment. I'd love to hear some facts about it. When I tried to look it up on Google, all I found was just a couple really old threads and some Pikachu fan fiction. But thanks for watching the video. If you enjoyed it, feel free to hit the like button. Obviously, I'm new to video production. This is my first video on this channel, but I'd love to keep making more. I think my goal is to at least make one long-form video every week, and then maybe a short or 2 for every video that I upload. So yeah, stay tuned. Oh, and I also had to tack this on here. This is my tripod for this video. It consists of a big box of toilet paper, or big bundle, some peanut butter crackers, some CDs, and some gift cards. So maybe I'll look into getting a tripod for future videos.